Hey there, you kitty cat. Well, welcome to the first day of fall. Gracie's getting a new fall coat. Yes, the winter coat's coming on. Days are getting shorter here. In fact, they're equal. Days and nights are equal length now. Yes. The cat's got new fur. Oh, it looks good too. Let's go down. So, all right, you go ahead. Yeah. She's been actively chasing things around here now that it's fall, trying to fatten up for the winter. So, what's that mean in the garden, huh? Yeah, this year is in Hawaii. It has been the year without a summer. Weather throughout all of spring and summer has pretty much been exactly the same as it was last winter. We've had no hurricanes or anything like that. Trade winds have been light, and so there's been dry conditions on the western sides, but enough rain here in the east. We're not in drought. There's really been nothing very interesting going on at all, and it's been rather cool. It hasn't been that great a year for tomatoes and fruit crops, and insect pollinating cycles and everything are all totally out of whack up here. It's so much is temperature related. Part of it's related to day length, but a whole lot of it's related to temperatures too. If the moth larvae don't hatch out at the right time, so they're there when the day length is right for the cactus to pollinate, it just things don't come together, and they haven't come together well at all. Nevertheless, the Green Garden guy has been at this garden thing long enough that, hey, that ain't nothing new. Crop failures are part of the business. And so, I got started with the fall garden. So for those of you who live in the northern tier, you're up around like Maine and Wisconsin and Minnesota and all that stuff, you are definitely in a situation where your first frosts may have come. I don't know. I've been watching records, but it's getting cold at night, and there may be frost on the pumpkins very soon if you don't have it already. And so, this is the time to be actively trying to pick up, bring in, and store, can, dehydrate, sack up, or do whatever you have to with that food, so you have it there for the winter. Like that folk singer said, my grandma took a summer and she put it all in jars. So that's where you're at right now, I'm afraid. For people further south, if you're below USDA Zone 6, you'd be looking at putting in crops that might work for fall conditions. If you're down there in Dixie, well, I'd probably consider some collard greens and some mustard, if nothing else. It's a good time for fava beans. This is great weather for planting peas, provided you have enough growing season left this year and it's cooling. That's kind of where I'm at, even though we're here in Hawaii and we are right on the Tropic of Cancer. Nevertheless, the day lengths really let us know what's going on here. And so when the days get short in December, tomatoes will grow, but they don't grow that well. And so sometimes in the middle of summer, it gets too hot and the Chinese cabbage doesn't want to grow, so I tend to adjust my crops to cool season crops in the winter time and warm season crops in the summer, like watermelons, tomatoes, and peppers and corn. Now Hawaii is very forgiving, and so I can do some warm season crops in winter too, especially the hardy ones like corn, snap beans. Tomatoes are pretty susceptible to disease here, and yes, I do get them through the winter, but I also get a lot of disease on tomatoes. The peppers will hang with whatever they set in the fall, but they stop flowering. When the days get short, they don't flower very much, and so just with whatever was hanging in the plants. But let's go have a look at what I'm up to. So, it's still summer. The Inca peanuts over here are making these really neat 5-pointed pods. Everybody likes to take a look at those when they show up here. The garden sage is thriving at the moment. And man, the carrots are beautiful. So I have a fine crop of carrots from summer this year. Right over here is really what I have in mind. I've got some romaine lettuce, some Manoa lettuce. There's red cabbages here, and we have broccoli. And this is all going out into the field real quick. Now there's still pepper plants here on the table because this is Hawaii. And there's still kitty cats walking around all over the place. Yeah. So pineapples are coming in. And of course the bananas, they come in all the time, but I did just find a stalk this morning, ready to pick. Yeah, so right over here I flamed the weeds. Right back to the Godzilla squash and the sweet potatoes over there. And up to the papayas here. So I went right up to the bottom of them with the big flamer. Then I dumped composted chicken manure and some regular compost with perlite. Over here I took down the cucumbers. They were pretty well burned out. And I've done the same over there. Took all the weeds out, put down chicken and compost, and that's going to be snap peas. I'm going for snap peas in that area. I've flamed this area over here too. Spread some chicken manure on it, but really haven't done anything else with it yet. Over here we have that anomalous tomato, and it is ripening fruit, and it still has absolutely no disease spots on it. And from the looks of the fruit down there, I'd say this is definitely Everglades cherry. Yeah. And I did some more flaming over here. We toasted all the grass real good. I'll be getting around to preparing this spot pretty soon. I don't till, because if I till, the soil is so soft it just goes down the mountain. So we leave all the dead roots in place. This African eggplant's doing pretty good over here. I had it the other day with curry. It was good. Yeah, so we're all lucky in this country here today. In Hawaii, I'm wondering, well, do my tomatoes grow in January? Well, maybe, I don't know. Even up in Minnesota and places, you guys are putting your spuds in sacks now. You'll be just fine. Yeah. There was a time, though, when the coming of the darkness, the days got short, when evil walked the land and things of the night wandered the streets. Yeah, actually I have a viewer down there in Miami who just keeps going, Bill, I just love it when you tell those Halloween stories. Bill, will you tell some more creepy Halloween stories? The season's coming. So, yeah, that's what that's all about. It's a foreshadowing. Maybe the next video I might start to head into the creep. Yeah, days are getting short. We're heading towards Halloween. I still have a few more weird tales to tell that I haven't let loose yet. So you look forward to that, any of those who love the ghost stories. Aloha, folks. Get the seed catalogs out. Go look at the seed rack. Try to figure out what you're putting in this fall. Or, boy, oh boy, get out there and pick up them tomatoes before the frost hits. Don't forget, some of the ones that are half green, they're going to turn red on the shelf. If you wrap them up in newspaper, put them downstairs. And, hey, fried green tomatoes ain't bad. My mom used to always make pickled green tomatoes, too. Oh, that was good stuff. Onions, garlic, a little dill, stuffed it in ball jars. Bell peppers went in there, too, with the green tomatoes. Bay leaf. Oh, yeah. It's all good. Make use of it. You have a great fall. Aloha.